What do you hope to get out of the summit in China, and how much has the war in Iran changed the agenda?
Look, I have a great relationship with President Xi. We're doing a lot of business, but it's smart business. We used to be taken advantage of for years with our previous presidents, and now we're doing great with China. We make a lot of money with China.
All right, breaking today, the White House says top American business leaders will be part of a high-profile delegation heading to China with President Trump as he gets set for a high-stakes meeting with Xi Jinping. Among those traveling with the president, we are now getting word, Elon Musk and Apple's Tim Cook, among other big names. Joining us now, some big names. Dan Greenhaus is here from Solus Alternative Asset Management, and also Fox Business contributor Lou Basenese from Prairie Operating Company. Welcome to you. Dan, let me start with you first. Among those other big names, BlackRock's Larry Fink, Blackstone's Stephen Schwarzman, Boeing CEO Cargill, Citigroup, and beyond. What are your expectations for this trip to China?
Well, listen, I think the big issue, obviously, as everyone has discussed, is Iran. China imports virtually all of Iran's oil. They have a huge stockpile themselves, well over 1 trillion barrels. So they can insulate themselves, but not forever. And so they're certainly concerned about that. From a U.S. standpoint, it's the same issue that we've had with China for going on several decades now. It's the IP infringement, it's the fair trade practices, it's the intellectual property theft. Those issues have not been solved yet. And while we do import fewer goods from China today than we did a couple of years ago, there's still a long way to go.
Fair enough, Lou. President Trump, when he was speaking from the Oval a short time ago, he said that Iran will be on the table, obviously, to Dan's point, and also energy.
Yeah, energy has to be on because China needs a new supplier. I mean, I think this whole Iranian conflict and war is rewriting and redrawing the supply lines for global energy. I mean, it's a necessity. We saw it with AI and chips, right? When NVIDIA was going to have a delay, people started looking to AMD. I think it's the same analogy being applied to the energy infrastructure.
Fair enough. Speaking of energy, President Trump also making some news on suspending the federal gas tax. Here he is just a short time ago.
Are you going to suspend the federal gas tax?
Yeah, I'm going to reduce until let me tell you, as soon as this is over with Iran, as soon as it's over, you're going to see gasoline and oil drop like a rock.
How long are you going to suspend that tax for?
Till it's appropriate, yeah. Till
Mr.
President, it's a small percentage, but it's still money.
Some might call this a federal gas tax holiday. Gas prices in America today, $4.52, according to AAA overnight. You have to remember, Lou, it was just a year ago. We were at just over $3 a gallon. So will this help?
I think it helps. It's a nice gesture, but it's not transformational. I mean, if you look at it on the surface, it's about a 10% discount from the $1.50 price increase in gas. I think what's more interesting here is if we can so easily suspend the federal gas tax, why can't we eliminate it altogether, right? It's just an idea here. That exposes California and their ridiculous gas taxes to much more scrutiny. I think the president's doing the right thing here because he's looking towards the midterms. Affordability matters. Oil prices, to his point, are absolutely going to come crashing back down once we get to a resolution.
Dan, if you had time to crunch the numbers, how much does this really save people, suspending the federal gas tax?
To Lou's point, and we showed the graphic, gas prices are up a buck from late last year, $1.50 from a year ago, 18 cents. You're going to save $100 a year. The average consumer consumes about 500 gallons of gasoline a year, give or take 600. So it's $100 a year. It's not nothing, but to Lou's point, it's certainly not going to revolutionize your lifetime.
Well, it's interesting. As the president announced this, it's sort of, we saw oil prices go up another leg. You can make the case that this could increase demand, at least in the short term. But Kevin Hassett was speaking on CNBC earlier today, and he said this on the big R word, if it's possible. Listen.
As the refineries turn the knobs up so that they have more jet fuel in response to the high prices and more diesel in response to the high prices, that reduces the supply of gasoline and could make those prices go higher. That's a very disruptive thing in Asia, but in the U.S., it's very unlikely to cause a recession because we're such a strong energy producer.
By the way, the R word wasn't refinery, it was recession. He was asked about the possibility of one as we see oil back near $100 a barrel.
I don't think it's anywhere on the horizon right now, and I'll use one data point to prove it. Historically, we could use for one energy unit about $24 worth of GDP. Now we're at about $78 worth of GDP growth from one energy unit. We're much more efficient. We're not so reliant on it. We're independently producing our own energy. So again, I think it all comes down to when can we reopen the strait. and restore balance and equilibrium to the global prices.
Quick thought on that.
I can't drive this point home enough. I mean, the main difference between today and previous episodes is the U.S. is now exporting millions and 5 million, 6 million barrels of oil. We are effectively a total energy exporter, borderline a crude energy exporter, and it's a far cry from, say, the 70s when we relied on the rest of the world for virtually all our energy.
Notice we didn't want to say it's different this time because that's banned
I did
phrase
not
on Wall
say
Street.
that.
We did not say that.
Got it.
It's different this time.
All right, it's different this time. So from energy to food, I want to finish off with some news on beef, because the Wall Street Journal is now reporting that President Trump has cleared the way for more beef imports, aiming to bring down what has been some record high prices. White House officials says the tariff decision aims to address short-term supply issues with beef in the U.S., while the deregulatory efforts will help lower ranchers' costs over time. This was an exchange on beef also today at the White House.
Madam Secretary, you're doing such a good job with prices, agriculture. How's the beef doing? We got to get the beef down.
We're working on it.
It's the only thing. We got to get the beef down. But
It's becoming more affordable.
So cutting those beef tariffs, will it help?
I think it absolutely helps. I think the president's playing a game of whack-a-mole with everything that's popping up in terms of high prices for the average American. So gas, we're addressing it with a holiday for a federal gas tax. Beef, we're reducing imports. You've seen him respond this way.
Reducing tariffs.
No, reducing tariffs, right, I'm sorry. You've seen him respond this way categorically anytime that there seems to be a lot of pressure and public backlash against an individual product or sector. So I think it's a smart move.
Dan?
Yeah, no, that's right. Supply is always the answer, so more cows. Although, we're not going to get that through Congress per se, but yes, anytime you can get lower prices for the American consumer, that's something that we should be in favor of.
Yeah, clearly he's on a mission to bring those prices down, because that's still something that's affecting everybody every single day in America. Thank you very much to both of you. All right, John.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.